Dennis the Defective Demon. Deep in the darkest corners of Heck, where the most malevolent of demons learn the art of horror, there lived a demon named Dennis. Now, Dennis wasn't exactly your typical demon. He was more of a nuisance than a nightmare, more bothersome than blood-curdling. His horns were lopsided, his skin a not-so-threatening shade of mauve instead of devilish red, and his attempts at terrifying had witnessed him mostly startling others out of their wits in the most comedic ways. Dennis had one sworn mission: to become the most feared demon in Heck. His plan was to create a horror so bone-chilling it would go down in infernal history. Step 1 was crucial: scaring a group of unsuspecting mortals. He picked a particularly stormy night when the wind howled and thunder echoed like a cacophony of dread against the backdrop of a full moon. Dennis entered the human realm and embarked on his quest to scare the residents of CozyTown. Unlike Dennis, the people of CozyTown had no interest in hosting horrors. They were tranquil souls, as sweet and serene as a beach hammock and piña colada. Dennis' first victim was a solitary gardener tending to his plants even as the storm raged on. Roar! Dennis bellowed, leaping from behind a rose bush. The gardener squinted through the rain, peering over his spectacles at the mauve demon who was now dripping wet and resembled more prune than predator. "Need a towel?" the gardener asked almost kindly. Dennis shook his head, frustrated over his failed fanfare. Next, Dennis tried to scare Mrs. Jenkins, CozyTown's local baker. Just as she was placing a fresh batch of cookies in the window, Dennis sprung out from behind a stand of freshly baked banana muffins. "Beware, lady. I have come to devour your cookies." This time Mrs. Jenkins chuckled, handing him a chocolate chip cookie. "Here, have one. You seem to need it," she commented on Dennis' apparent lack of threatening demeanor. Slogging his soggy way through CozyTown, Dennis decided he needed reinforcements. Hence, he found Cahoots, the raven with a knack for mischievousness to match Dennis' own brand of sporadic spook. "All right, Cahoots, we're going to have to kick it up a notch," Dennis declared, filled with renewed vigor. It was the grand finale, Dennis' ultimate scare, as he assembled the townsfolk for a midnight horror film screening, elaborately setting the scene with flickering lights and eerie creaks. Residents gathered, curious about the demon's peculiar entertainment. Just when everyone was settling in, Dennis appeared, prepared to orchestrate his master fear by releasing a plethora of gory images while screaming horrifically. The screen popped up with a video of kittens playing the piano.